Okay, now it's time to write your attendance in your chat box. All of you, please write your attendance. Okay, dears. Now we are going to discuss our next topic. In the last class, we studied about friendly microorganisms. Do you remember that? Okay, what are the effects of friendly microorganisms? How they are helpful for us? Some microorganisms that are helpful for making curd, bread, and cake. Do you remember? Then, what are the other factors that help? Please unmute your mic and tell me how microorganisms friendly to us. Tell me, Ijaz.
It helps to make medicines.
Yeah, it helps to make medicine. The commercial use of microorganism is one that it will help to make medicine. And the other one? You are familiar with vaccines, isn't it? So, the microorganisms that are helpful in producing vaccines for several diseases. Clear? Then, the next one, there is another important function that we discussed in the first chapter. How microorganisms helpful for farmers?
Farmers.
Yes, farmers. How they helpful?
Miss fertilizers.
Increase soil
Yes.
fertility.
Yes, they increase the soil fertility, and by increasing soil fertility, certain microorganisms help farmers. Clear? Sean, do you understand? The last class you were absent. Did you see the YouTube link? No? Why? Your mother sent me the voice that you should watch the YouTube video. Then why you don't watch the YouTube video in the last class?
First class I attended.
ഫസ്റ്റ് ക്ലാസ് അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്തിരുന്നു പക്ഷെ ആഫ്റ്റർനൂൺ സെഷനിൽ റേഞ്ച് ഇഷ്യൂ കാരണം അറ്റൻഡ് ചെയ്യാൻ പറ്റില്ല അപ്പൊ അമ്മ എനിക്ക് മെസ്സേജ് അയച്ചിരുന്നു യൂട്യൂബ് വീഡിയോ കണ്ടോളാന്ന് എന്നിട്ട് എന്ത് പറ്റി കണ്ടായിരുന്നോ
മിസ് അന്നേരം ഫോൺ കേടപ്പോ അന്നാ യൂട്യൂബ് ക്ലാസ്
കിട്ടിയില്ല ഓക്കെ അപ്പൊ ഇന്ന് തന്നെ ഈ ക്ലാസ് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ തന്നെ അതൊന്ന് ഇരുന്ന് കാണുക കേട്ടോ നമ്മുടെ ഗ്രൂപ്പിൽ ലിങ്ക് ഉണ്ട് അതൊന്ന് കാണുക അതിന് ശേഷം ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക് ഇന്ന് എടുക്കുന്ന പോർഷൻ ടെക്സ്റ്റ് ബുക്ക് വായിക്കും ഓക്കെ ഓക്കെ. So next we are going to discuss the harmful microorganisms, about harmful microorganisms. We know certain microorganisms that are helpful for us, but some others are very harmful and causing dangerous diseases. Which are they? In the previous class, we already told about bacteria, viruses, and protozoans which cause certain diseases. Isn't it? Can you tell me an example about the virus causing disease, disease caused by virus and disease caused by bacteria? Which are the diseases that caused by virus?
Miss,
Yes.
white fungus.
White fungus.
അല്ല വൈറ്റ് ഫംഗസ് അല്ല ഇക്കോ എന്താ ഫുൻഗോ
What?
മിസ്
Diseases caused by virus. Common disease.
അല്ല മിസ് ബാക്ടീരിയയുടെ ഒരു ഇഷ്യൂ ഉണ്ടായിരുന്നല്ലോ കോവിഡ് വന്ന സമയത്ത് ഇപ്പം
Black fungus.
ബ്ലാക്ക് ഫംഗസ്
Yes, that is a fungal infection. I asked about the viral diseases. Okay. Tell me, Sean. Which are the diseases caused by virus? What are the symptoms of coronavirus? Coronavirus disease. What are the symptoms?
ഫീവർ ഹെഡേക്ക്
Yes, fever, headache, cold, cough. All these are the symptoms. So all these are the disease that caused by virus. Clear ആയോ? കൊറോണ വൈറസ് ഡിസീസിന്റെ സിംറ്റംസ് ആണ് ഇതൊക്കെ. അപ്പൊ ഈ പറയുന്ന പനി അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ചുമ ഇതൊക്കെ എന്താണ് വൈറസ് ഉണ്ടാകുന്ന ഡിസീസ് അല്ലേ? അപ്പോൾ ഡിസീസ് കോസ്ഡ് ബൈ വൈറസ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞാൽ എന്തൊക്കെയാണ്? ഓൾ ദീസ് ഫീവർ, കോമൺ കോൾഡ്, ഓർ കഫ്. All these are the disease caused by virus. Then what are the disease caused by bacteria? The last class we studied about that typhoid, tuberculosis, all these are the disease caused by bacteria. All of you please take in the first page of this lesson, page number 17, microorganism friend and foe. There I told you to underline the sentence. Did you underline that? The disease caused by viruses that are common diseases like cold, influenza, and most coughs are caused by virus. Last paragraph. Did you see that?
Fungi.
And which are the serious diseases that caused by protozoa? The disease like dysentery, malaria are caused by protozoa, and whereas typhoid and tuberculosis are the disease that caused by bacteria. Okay. Don't forget about that. In your exam, maybe some examples of diseases caused by bacteria or viruses may be asked. Okay. So don't forget about that. Now we are going to study about these diseases causing microorganisms. The harmful microorganism. Take page number 22 in your textbook. The microorganisms are harmful in many ways. Some of the microorganisms that cause diseases in human beings, plants, and animals. Such disease-causing microorganisms are called pathogens. Underline the sentence. What are the disease-causing microorganisms we called? We called the disease-causing microorganism as pathogens. Pathogens are the disease-causing microorganism, and these cause diseases in plants, humans, as well as what animals. Okay. Then some microorganisms that spoil food, clothing, and weather. We saw that the image of bread patch, white patches on bread. Some microorganisms that destroy food and clothes. You can see some white patches in your clothes after a long years, isn't it? They may appear on the ചില വസ്ത്രങ്ങളിലൊക്കെ നിങ്ങൾ കാണാറില്ലേ white patches? Yeah, that's it. Okay.
Miss പൂപ്പൽ.
Yeah, പൂപ്പൽ. അത് തന്നെയാണ് നമ്മൾ white patches എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. Okay. Some microorganisms spoil food, clothing, and leather. In pickles also you can see that white patches, isn't it? Okay. Then let us study more about their harmful activities. Now we are going to discuss the harmful activities of these disease-causing microorganisms. Okay. Listen in your textbook, page number 23. Pathogens enter our body through the air we breathe. How they enter? Through the air or through some infected person, isn't it? From water. How the viruses and bacteria enter in our body? All these are the sources. From the air, isn't it? Then from water, contaminated water. Then also from the infected persons. All these causes the bacteria to enter in our body. So the pathogens that enter our body through the air we breathe, the water we drink, or the food we eat. Clear? Okay. Sean, can you hear me? Your video is stuck. Okay. Then they can also get transmitted by direct contact with the infected person or carried by an animal. The microbial disease that can spread from an infected person to a healthy person through air, water, food, or physical contact are called communicable disease. So how these viruses transmitted from one person to another? Or how viruses transmitted through the atmosphere? It can be transmitted through air, or otherwise through water, or through an infected person. So when the virus or the microorganism that is transmitted by through a physical contact of infected person or water or air, that viruses are called, or that diseases are called communicable diseases. Is coronavirus a communicable disease or not? Yes. Ijaz, is coronavirus a communicable disease? Yes. How it is a communicable disease? Why you say that?
അത് എയറിൽ കൂടെ പടരും,
Okay.
വാട്ടറിൽ കൂടെ പടരും,
Okay.
ഫുഡിലൂടെയും പടരും.
ഫുഡിലൂടെ. പിന്നെന്താണ് മെയിൻ ആയിട്ട് അത് എങ്ങനെയാണ് ഒരു ഇൻഫെക്റ്റഡ് പേഴ്സൺ ടു അതർ ഹെൽത്തി പേഴ്സൺ അങ്ങനെയാണ് അല്ലേ? So it is a communicable disease that spread through air and from infected person to a healthy person. Then example of such diseases include cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. Please underline the example for communicable diseases, that is cholera, common cold, chickenpox and tuberculosis. Then when a person suffering from common cold sneezes, fine droplets of moisture carrying thousands of viruses are spread in the air. How it is spread from an infected person to another? When we sneeze, what will happen? The droplets will spread to the other one, and the virus may enter the body of the healthy person while breathing and causes the infection. While breathing the droplets or the moisture, that what will happen? The virus that enters in the body of the healthy person and it causes diseases. That is how the virus spread from an infected person to a healthy person. Then, how do you prevent the spread of communicable disease? There in figure, Bojo asked you that how did you prevent the spread of these communicable disease? Nowadays, we are wearing masks, isn't it? For what purpose? In order to prevent all,
To prevent coronavirus.
yeah, in order to prevent coronavirus or be safe from coronavirus, isn't it? And also, what are the other methods to prevent these viruses? Wearing mask or, yeah, washing hand. Then eat or drink healthy food and water. Yes, also use. There is an answer is given in your textbook. What Paheli said that when Bojo asked that, how do you prevent the spread of communicable disease? We should keep a handkerchief on the nose and mouth while sneezing, isn't it? So that's the right way of sneezing. If we sneeze, what we want to hold? We want to hold a kerchief in your nose and mouth. We want to cover our nose and mouth with a kerchief. Then it is better to keep a distance from infected person. All these are the methods to prevent the communicable diseases. Then there are some insects and animals which act as carriers of disease-causing microbes. You know, mosquitoes are carriers of disease-causing microbes, isn't it? Which is the, can you explain, can you name one disease that caused by mosquito or in housefly?
Malaria, dengue.
Yeah, malaria and dengue fever, all these are the disease caused by mosquito, isn't it? So these, we can tell these mosquito or disease causing houseflies or mosquitoes as the carriers. Okay, please underline the some insects and animals that which act as the carriers of disease causing microbes. Then how they act as the carriers? Next we are going to discuss about that. Housefly is one such carrier. The flies sit on the garbage and animal excreta. How they carry the microbes? They sit, the flies that sit on the animal excreta or in the garbage. What will happen? That pathogens, the pathogens means what? Disease causing microorganism. So these pathogens stick on the body of that insect. And what will happen? The pathogens stick to their bodies. When these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer the pathogens. എന്താ ഇപ്പൊ സംഭവിക്കുന്നേ? ഈ വൈറസ് കോസിംഗ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇതുപോലെയുള്ള മോസ്കിറ്റോസ്, ഈ മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസം കാരിയേഴ്സ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള മോസ്കിറ്റോസ് ഒക്കെ ആനിമൽ എക്സ്ക്രീറ്റ അല്ലെങ്കിൽ വേസ്റ്റ് അവിടെയൊക്കെ പോയിട്ട് അതിന്റെ ബോഡിയിൽ അതൊക്കെ പറ്റി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ എന്ത് സംഭവിക്കും? അത് അൺകവേർഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഫുഡിലേക്ക് വരികയും അത് മനുഷ്യന്റെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് എത്തുമ്പോൾ ഈ അസുഖങ്ങളൊക്കെ പടരാനും സാധിക്കും അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ടാണ് ഫുഡൊക്കെ എന്ത് ചെയ്യേണ്ടത്? കവേർഡ് ആയിട്ട് നല്ല ക്ലീൻ ആയിട്ടുള്ള സ്ഥലത്ത് സൂക്ഷിക്കണം എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. So these pathogens stick to their bodies, and when these flies sit on uncovered food, they may transfer these pathogens. Whoever eats the contaminated food is likely to get sick. അപ്പൊ ഈ contaminated food കഴിക്കുന്നവർക്കാണ് എന്ത് പറ്റുന്നത്? അസുഖം വരുന്നത്. Did you clear how these carriers or insect or disease carriers spread diseases? like mosquitoes and housefly, how they spread diseases. You understand? And then what is called a pathogen? Do you understand what is a pathogen? Tell me. What is a pathogen?
മീൻസ് ഈ ഫ്ലൈസ് ഒക്കെ എന്താ ഗാർബേജ് പോലത്തെ വേസ്റ്റ് ഉള്ള സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ പോയിരിക്കും. എന്നിട്ട് അത് അതിന്റെ മേത്തപ്പം അണുക്കളുണ്ടാവും. അത് പറന്ന് വേറെ സ്ഥലങ്ങളിൽ പോയിരിക്കുമ്പോ അതിന്റെ മേത്തുള്ള അണുക്കൾ നമ്മുടെ മേത്തോട്ടും കയറും, നമ്മൾ ഇരിക്കുന്ന സ്ഥലത്തൊക്കെ ഇരിക്കാൻ നേരത്ത്.
അത് മാത്രമാണ് ഫ്ലൈസ് എങ്ങനെയാണ് സ്പ്രെഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഫുഡിലൂടെയാണ് കൂടുതൽ സ്പ്രെഡ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. ഈ പാത്തജൻസ് അതിന്റെ ശരീരത്തിൽ
ഫുഡിലൊക്കെ പോയിരിക്കും.
ഫുഡിലൊക്കെ പോയിരുന്നിട്ട് അത് കഴിക്കുന്നതിലൂടെ നമ്മളിലോട്ട് അത് പടരുകയാണ് ചെയ്യുന്നത്. I ask you that what is a pathogen?
Some of organisms cause disease in human beings, plants and animals. Such disease causing microorganism are called pathogen.
മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസം, അസുഖങ്ങൾ ഇങ്ങനെ പരത്തുന്ന അത്തരത്തിലുള്ള മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസങ്ങളെ നമ്മൾ പറയുന്ന പേരാണ് പാത്തജൻസ്. അപ്പൊ ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള പാത്തജൻസ് ആണ് ഈ ഇൻസെക്ട്സിന്റെ ഒക്കെ ബോഡിയിൽ ഇരുന്നിട്ട് അതെന്ത് ചെയ്യുന്നത്? ഫുഡിലൊക്കെ അൺകവേർഡ് ആയിട്ടുള്ള ഫുഡിലൊക്കെ പറ്റി കഴിയുമ്പോൾ അത് നമ്മൾ ഭക്ഷിക്കുന്നതുകൊണ്ട് നമ്മുടെ ഉള്ളിലേക്ക് എന്നും അസുഖങ്ങൾ ഉണ്ടാകും. ക്ലിയർ ആയോ? Okay. Then what are the ways to prevent these diseases? How can we control this disease? How? By avoiding eating contaminated food. Clear? If we eat healthy food, that's very good for our health, and if we eat contaminated food, what will happen? It causes several diseases like dengue and malaria. Okay. Then avoid consuming uncovered items of food. One is the most important precaution to cure from this disease. And the another example of a carrier is the female Anopheles mosquito. You can see in your textbook the figure of female Anopheles mosquito, that which carries the parasite of malaria. Which is the parasite of malaria? That is Plasmodium. And female Aedes mosquitoes act as a carrier of dengue virus. Please underline those two words, that is female Anopheles mosquitoes which carry malaria disease, and Aedes mosquitoes that act as the carrier of dengue fever. Okay. How can we control the spread of malaria or dengue? How? What are the steps or actions that we have want to do to prevent these diseases? നിങ്ങളുടെ വീട്ടിൽ എന്തൊക്കെ കാര്യങ്ങൾ കൊതുക് പെരുകാതിരിക്കാൻ വേണ്ടിയിട്ട്, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ ഇത്തരത്തിലുള്ള കൊതുക് ഹൗസ് ഫ്ലൈ?
പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് കൂടുകളൊന്നും വലിച്ചെറിയരുത്.
പ്ലാസ്റ്റിക് കൂടൊന്നും വലിച്ചെറിയരുത്. പിന്നെ അടുത്തത്
റബ്ബർ വെട്ടുന്ന പാലിന്റെ അതൊക്കെ അടച്ചൊക്കെ വെക്കണം, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ അവിടെയൊക്കെ മോസ്കിറ്റോ മുട്ടയിടും.
ഓക്കെ. Then anything else?
കുപ്പിയൊക്കെ മുറിഞ്ഞതുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ അതൊക്കെ എടുത്തു മാറ്റണം.
എന്താ?
അതിനകത്ത് വെള്ളം കുപ്പിയൊക്കെ മുറിഞ്ഞാണെങ്കിൽ.
Then Ijaz, can you tell me?
വെള്ളം സ്റ്റോർ ചെയ്ത് നിൽക്കുന്ന വെള്ളം മാറ്റി വെക്കണം.
ഓക്കെ. അതായത് നമ്മുടെ ചുറ്റുപാടുമുള്ള എവിടെയെങ്കിലുമൊക്കെ വെള്ളം കെട്ടി നിൽക്കുക അങ്ങനെയൊക്കെ ഉണ്ടെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ എന്ത് ചെയ്യണം? അതൊക്കെ മാറ്റുക, അല്ലെങ്കിൽ മോസ്കിറ്റോ പെരുകാനായിട്ട് അതൊക്കെ സാധിക്കും അല്ലേ? അപ്പൊ അതുകൊണ്ട് അതൊക്കെ അവോയ്ഡ് ചെയ്യുക. Keep our surroundings clean. That is the one best way to avoid or prevent these diseases. Shreya?
Yes, miss.
Why are you late?
Miss, ഇവിടെ കറണ്ട് ഇല്ലായിരുന്നു miss.
Okay. Shreya, write your attendance. Okay, Shreya, in this class we are discussing about harmful microorganism. In the last class we discussed about friendly microorganism. Did you remember that? Yes. So we also said that in the last class there are certain viruses, bacteria and protozoans which causes certain diseases, isn't it? So now today we are discussing about that microorganism that causes diseases. The microorganism which causing disease causing microorganisms are called pathogens. We called it namely as pathogen. Okay, so to underline in your textbook the pathogen, that is a main word, that is the disease causing microorganisms are commonly called as pathogens. Okay, then I think you are familiar with the certain insect that causes diseases like malaria, dengue fever, mosquitoes that cause disease like. Okay, then we discussing about that. That is Anopheles, female Anopheles mosquitoes that causes malaria, and the Aedes mosquitoes that cause the dengue fever. Then what are we are discussing about how we can prevent this disease. How can we prevent them? How can you tell me, Shreya? Do you have any suggestion? What are the actions that you did in your home to prevent the mosquitoes or any house flies? Please unmute your mic.
മിസ് വെള്ളം കെട്ടിയിരിക്കുന്നിടം എല്ലാം ക്ലീൻ ആക്കണം.
Okay.
പിന്നെ ബാക്കി ഗാർബേജ് ഒന്നും പുറത്തിടരുത്.
Okay, okay, very good. So, listen, page number 23, the last paragraph. How we prevent or control the spread of these insects, that is malaria or a dengue fever, the dengue spreading insects. All the mosquitoes breed in water. Hence, one should not let water collect anywhere, where in coolers, tires, flower pot, etc. So, we would not allow to collect the water in coolers or tires and flower pots. Isn't it? By keeping the surroundings clean and dry, we can prevent the mosquitoes from breeding. So what we want to do in order to avoid the breeding of the mosquito, we want to keep the surroundings always clean and neat. Then try to make a list of measures which help to avoid the spread of malaria. So I gave you a homework for you. That is your homework. That is, make a list of measures that help to avoid the spread of malaria. Make certain list to avoid the spread of malaria. So in the next page, there is a column given in your textbook about some common human disease that caused by the microorganism. Please listen carefully. In the first column, there are certain diseases are given. Did you see that? Which are the disease? Tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, polio, cholera, and typhoid, hepatitis A, malaria. All these are the diseases. Then about the causative microorganism. What about tuberculosis? Yeah, bacteria. We in the first class we learned that typhoid and tuberculosis are the disease caused by bacteria, isn't it? So here you can see in that table typhoid and tuberculosis, that is the causative microorganism is bacteria, and also in cholera. Clear? Ijaz? Did you see that? Okay. Then what about measles, chickenpox, and polio?
Virus.
And hepatitis A. Yeah, all these are caused by virus. Then about malaria. Malaria is caused by
Protozoa.
Yeah, protozoa. And the mode of transmission. Tuberculosis, measles, chickenpox, and polio is through air or contact with the person, infected person. Then how we can prevent? There is a preventive measure. How we can prevent these diseases? Keep the patient in complete isolation. Clear? Now we are doing that. If the infected person, corona infected person, we make them complete isolation. Isn't it? So keep the patient in complete isolation in order to avoid the spreading of that disease. Then keep the personal belonging to the person away from those of the others. Vaccination to be given at suitable age. So vaccination should be given. Keep them isolated. And what we want to do? Keep the patient, the personal belongings of that person away from the others. Okay, then what about cholera and typhoid? Cholera and typhoid are the bacteria causing disease. This is caused by the bacteria, which is spread through water or food. Okay, water or food. And how we can prevent? We can prevent by maintaining personal hygiene and a good sanitary habit. Okay, we want to keep personal hygiene by ourselves and consume properly cooked food and boiled drinking water. And vaccination is also necessary to prevent from these diseases. Clear? Then, what about hepatitis A? It is virus. This being the hepatitis A, which is caused by virus, and the mode of transmission is through water. Then, what are the preventive measures? Drink boiled water and vaccination at a particular or certain period. Okay. Then, what about malaria? Malaria is spread by the microorganism protozoa. Then, mosquito is the mode of transmission. How can we prevent? Use mosquito net and repellent. Spray insecticide and control breeding of mosquitoes by not allowing water to collect in the surrounding. Okay. I think you all understood about the diseases and the causative microorganism. This table is very important, mark very important in the side in your textbook, and you should study well. Okay, about these diseases and the causative microorganism and how they transmit, the mode of transmission and the preventive measure. Okay, in the next class, I will definitely ask this question about the disease causing bacteria, microorganisms, and also the friendly. What are the how the friendly microorganisms that help for us? What about friendly microorganism? Okay, all these are maybe very important things. Then some of the common diseases affecting humans, their mode of transmission and few general methods of prevention are shown in table 2.1. That is, we already discussed. Then disease causing microorganism in animals. Several microorganisms not only cause disease in humans and plants, but also in other animals. For example, anthrax is a dangerous human and cattle disease caused by bacteria. Underline that sentence, the disease which caused in animals. That is anthrax. It both affects animals as well as humans, and it is caused by bacterium. Anthrax is a disease that caused by bacterium and affect both animals and humans. Then foot and mouth disease of cattle is caused by virus. The other example for the disease caused in animals are foot and mouth diseases of cattle, that is caused by virus. Study all these examples. We learn about the disease causing bacteria or microorganisms in humans, and what disease causing microorganism in animals. Do you understand? Okay. Then what about plants? The other thing is the disease causing microorganism in plants. Several microorganisms that cause disease in plants like wheat, rice, potato, sugarcane, orange, apple, and others. So microorganisms kill plants also. Plants also infected by certain microorganisms. The disease reduces the yield of crops. What will happen? It reduces the yield. So in the first chapter, we learned that for good cultivation or to get good yield, what we want to do, we want to add manures and fertilizers. Clear? There are friendly microorganisms that help farmers for the good cultivation, but some microorganisms that are harmful and reduce the yield, that destroy the plants. We are going to discuss about that. In table 2.2, you can see some names of the common diseases that are affected by in plants that caused by a certain microorganism. Look in that table, plant disease. First one is citrus canker. Which organism causes that disease in plants?
Bacteria.
Bacteria, and the mode of transmission is through air. Clear? Yes. Then rust of wheat. Rust of wheat is caused by fungi, and it's also through air or seeds. Okay. Then the yellow vein of mosaic of bindi or okra. What is that?
Virus.
What is that okra? Vendakka. Clear? Okra എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് വെണ്ടയ്ക്കയാണ്. Yellow vein mosaic of bindi or okra. അപ്പോൾ yellow vein എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് എന്താണ്? അതും virus causing disease ആണ്. ത്രൂ ഇൻസെക്ട്. ചെറിയ അതിന്റെ ഇലയിലൊക്കെ ഇൻസെക്ട്സ് വന്ന് ആ ഇലയൊക്കെ പോയി നശിച്ചു കഴിയുമ്പോഴാണ് അങ്ങനത്തെ വരുന്നത്. ഓക്കെ, ഇതൊക്കെയാണ് പ്ലാന്റ്സ്, ഡിസീസ് കോസിംഗ് മൈക്രോ ഓർഗാനിസം ഇൻ പ്ലാന്റ്. So these are very important topics. You should study well about the disease causing microorganisms in plants, in animals, and in humans. Okay. Do you have any doubt? No. So can you tell me what are the things that we discussed in this chapter from the beginning? Tell me, anybody. In this chapter, we learned about microorganism, about the friendly microorganism and the harmful microorganism. Okay, very good. Then the microorganisms are, what's that? The living organisms around us which we cannot see through our naked eye. Clear? Yes, there are certain classifications. They are classified mainly as bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. The main 4 classification of microorganism is bacteria, fungi, protozoa, and algae. So next we studied about friendly microorganism. Also you can see certain figures of microorganism in your textbook. Okay. Then we studied about friendly microorganisms, how they helpful. They are helpful in making what? Making food. Yeah, making curd, bread, cake through fermentation, through the process of fermentation. Clear? Yeah, fermentation by yeast. Okay. So they are helpful in making food. Then other industrial production of alcohol. Okay. Do you remember? Sean, Ijaz? So microorganisms are helpful in the production of alcohol. Any other commercial use? I can't hear Ijaz. Please unmute your audio.
Soil, increased soil fertility.
Okay, okay, soil fertility. All these are facts, and we discuss about the harmful microorganisms. So dear, our time is over, and I told you Sean and Faith taking a video of that experiment. Okay, you should do that.
Miss send ചെയ്യണോ?
Eh?
Send ചെയ്യണോ?
Send ചെയ്യണോന്നാ? ആ വേണം. അത് ചെയ്തിട്ട് അതാ ഞാൻ പറഞ്ഞത്, ഒരു വീഡിയോ ഡെമോൺസ്ട്രേഷൻ വീഡിയോ എടുത്തിട്ട് നിങ്ങൾ ചെയ്തത് ഇത് സെൻഡ് ചെയ്യുക കേട്ടോ. You can send it in our class group. Okay. Okay. Okay, Sean, take it as a challenge. Okay. Do this well. Do it well. Shreya, you can also do. വീട്ടില് ഈസ്റ്റ് ഉണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ഒരു 3/4 ഗ്ലാസ് വെള്ളം എടുക്കുക. അതിൻ്റെ അകത്തേക്ക് 2 to 3 സ്പൂൺ ഷുഗർ ആഡ് ചെയ്ത് നന്നായിട്ട് ഇളക്കുക. പഞ്ചസാര വെള്ളം ഇല്ലേ, അത് ഇളക്കി കഴിഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഒരു 1/2 ടീസ്പൂൺ ഈസ്റ്റ് ഇടുക. കുറച്ച് കഴിയുമ്പോൾ ആൽക്കഹോളിന്റെ സ്മെല്ല് കിട്ടുന്നുണ്ടോ എന്ന് ഒബ്സർവ് ചെയ്യുക. പേജ് നമ്പർ 20, ആക്ടിവിറ്റി 2.4 ചെയ്ത് നോക്കുക. ഓക്കെ.